Hello students, welcome back to Master AK tutorial. Today we want to continue on the consequences of Newton's laws of motion. We want to talk about the impulse. The impulse is defined as the change in momentum of a body, and it can also be defined as the product of the force applied to the body and the time of application of that force. Okay? We've seen before in Newton's laws of motion that the second law talk about the change in the momentum of the body, and the change in momentum, okay, is equal to the final momentum minus the initial momentum. The final momentum is equal to the mass times the final velocity, and the initial momentum is equal to the mass of the object times the initial velocity. Okay, so the change in the momentum, which is also equal to the impulse, is here is what? The mass of the object times the final velocity minus the mass of the object times the initial velocity. Here, this mv represent the final magnitude, the final momentum, and this mu represent the initial momentum. That is the expression for the impulse in our first definition here, which is defined as the change in the momentum of the body. But we also said that it's also defined as the product of the force applied to the body and the time of application of that force. That is, this force F, which is the force applied, that is the resultant force, the net force applied to the object, times the time of application. So these two expressions are equal, and these two expressions are used to calculate the impulse of a body. Okay, so now let's see an example for us to understand better. This example goes thus: a ball of mass 0.2 kg moving with a velocity of 10 meters per second is kicked in the opposite direction with a velocity of 30 meters per second. Calculate number figure 1 the impulse, number figure 2 the kicking force if it was applied for 0.1 seconds. So here you have a ball that was initially moving in a straight line with a velocity of 10 meters per second that is kicked in the opposite direction with a velocity of 30 meters per second, and we are asked to calculate the impulse and the kicking force. Okay, now to do that, we're going to get out the values in the questions. The first value given to us is the mass. We're going to write it here. Mass m is equal to 0.2 kg. Then the second value is given to us here is the initial velocity, which is 10 meters per second. So we're going to write u is equal to 10 meters per second. Then this value given to us, that is the final velocity, is equal. The final velocity here is in opposite direction to the initial velocity. The meaning of this is that the two velocities, that is the final velocity and the initial velocity, are not going to have the same sign. That is, if one is positive, the other one is negative. By convention, we're going to put the initial velocity being the negative. Assuming that the final and the initial velocity have the same direction, both of them are going to be positive. But since they don't have the same direction as stated in the question here, that is, one of them is going to be negative and the other one is going to be positive. So therefore, we're going to take u as positive. The same thing will have, it doesn't change the result if you take v as positive, but here we're going to take u as negative. Okay, so then v is equal to 30 meters per second as stated in the question here. Then the another value given to us here is in the second question, t is equal to 0.1 second. Okay, so having these values now, we are going to calculate the impulse and the time of application, and the kicking force as stated in the question. Okay, so now here we have the impulse. We already know that impulse is equal to mv minus mu, which is equal to ft. Okay, and here there is no f, that is, we have m, we have u, we have v. That is, we're going to use this first formula. We cannot use this because f is not given to us in our question. The force is not given to us. In fact, they told us to calculate it in the second question. So we cannot use this formula for the impulse that we are said to calculate here. So we're going to use the first formula, that is impulse is equal to mv minus mu. So, and m is given at 0.2. The final velocity is given to us at 30 meters per second. So minus this minus, now 0.2 again, times, we know that u is equal to 10 minus 10 meters per second, so it will be minus 10. So now it's going to be 0.2 times 30 is going to be 6, minus, you have another minus here, minus 10 times minus will give us plus. 0.2 times 10 is going to give us 2. So here you have 8. That is, the impulse is equal to, and the unit for impulse is Newton seconds. Okay, that is Newton seconds. Okay, ns is Newton seconds. Okay, so that is the value of the impulse we are told to calculate in the Roman figure 1 question. Then the Roman figure 2 questions, they told us to get the kicking force, which is F. Kicking force F can be given to us when we consider this second equation, that is impulse is equal to Ft. This impulse equal to Ft, making F the subject of the formula, you're going to have F is equal to impulse over T. And T is the time of application of that kicking force. But impulse has been calculated as 8 here. So you have 8 over T, which is 0.1. Okay, so this is going to give us 0.8, and force is always in Newton, and that is our kicking force, 0.8 Newton. So here is the end of this lecture on impulse. I hope you have learned one or two things. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.